my mind despite what you have said to me. We're wasting all of our time. Why can't you see? So locate and stand straight and take aim. Let's
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSB Racing Friday Night Winston Cup Series action. I'm your host, Sean Reap. My partner, Milt Minter Jr. And the pagoda behind me can only mean one thing. We're in Indianapolis. Back home again in Indiana. I knew we were going to get that. Well, actually, we can't see the pagoda because I got Milty over it. There you go. There's your obligatory pagoda shot. But you can see the pylon and the great grandstands in the front here. Yeah, great. Obviously, yeah, historic track undersells it. This is one of the greatest, most historic tracks in the world. NASCAR's been coming here since 1994. But
back then, man, it was like, you were like, really? They're going to put those big-ass cars out on that track? You know, I mean, the Indy cars could barely make it around there. Wow, right off the bat in a show, you know.
And on pole, yeah, as I was saying, stop me if you heard this one before, but Matt Watkins in the 15.
That guy.
Yeah, I think he's got a bright future. Mark D. Rocket DeSenza. Right next to him in the front. Rick Castle, Jason Dulfer, Ryan Johnson, hometown driver. Home state driver, really. Brad Otto, Pops Markson, another Indianapolis native. Shane Wisman and Tom Jackson rounding out your qualifiers, taking the provisionals. Dave Ellens, Nick Walters, Guy Pitra, Donald Ritchie. Kind of a small field tonight, but this track's known for...
You know, people have to do life.
Yep.
When you have so much racing FSB has, and you guys race so much, sometimes they just happens that way. But, you know, you have 14 guys that want to win this race, and opportunities. You know, win's a win, man.
Well, especially when you got to go through those guys in the front row. Matt Watkins.
7 wins in iRacing since 2011, and one of them was.
Drivers, start your engine.
Yeah, you're still cutting out a lot there, Milty. I'm not sure what's going on tonight.
Yeah, there's always something going on.
It's always something.
Especially when I'm loud, you know. I mean.
Well, we gotta
pretty loud. You know?
Gotta get down to it here and get our jinx pick in there.
I'm gonna go with the 31 of Brad Otto, Fresno, California. We're flooded here in California. Can't believe it, man.
That'd be a heck of a upset victory.
He's about 3 miles away from where I live and where he lives. So I'm going with the 1, 2, 3, 4 United States Marine Corps.
Well, if you're going to leave Matkins on the table, I'm going to take him, especially on Mario Day, March 10th. He's not running his Mario car. He's got the Pac-Man one, but he has in the past run a Super Mario. Exactly. So yeah, I got to go with the Kogoat. But, you know, never count out Mark DeSenza at this place. Certainly Rick Castle, Jason Dolfer, Ryan Johnson. Bunch of guys that are pretty fast at this track.
Well, this is Indy, man. You know, so back home again in Indiana is, you know, this place is a cheese grater. And not so much with these cars as much as the Pro Cups, but definitely, you know, with a smaller field, you're going to get a lot of runs here, and you got to manage your tires, and you don't get the draft here that you would think on a big track, you know. So, I mean, track position is everything here, and you got to go for it at the start. But don't want to use up those tires because you'll go backwards.
Pace cars in. And we got the green flag on 64 laps at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Getting through the first couple corners here. Always treacherous on the cold tires.
I saw an interview with AJ Foyt, Mario Andretti, and Dario Franchitti, and a couple other guys. Indy, Elio, and, you know, AJ sat there and said the scariest thing about Indy is going into turn 1 on the first lap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as fast as this place is, these corners are really flat. Oh, we got Brad Otto sideways and headed towards pit road already.
Oh, no, there goes my pick, man. Come on, Fresno. Hey, you know, the first couple laps here are brutal. Sinza, he's a stud here. I raced against him 20 years ago. Back in the day at this track, and he's always been a force. Castle's like, what's up, man? You know, good chance for me to get a win here. Ryan Johnson, where did he come from? He's right there already. Milford in the top 5. I'm Dolpher. I want to get back up on these guys here. Don't want to lose that. You don't get the draft when you get the momentum and track position. Trying to figure out what the other guy's tires are going to do, how they're going to manage laps. You know, when you got a guy like Matt Watkins up there, he can get in your head, you know. But my theory always racing against Matt was what he do, I do. Just like Rick Johnson. You see him out there. They've both been my teammates, so it was even funnier, you know, all those years racing against them. And, I have an idea, and they're like, what? No, you do this.
We'll go through the field here, starting from the back here. Donald Ritchie in the 43. Falling a little bit off the group. Brad Otto should be at least a lap down after that unscheduled run down pit road. He's got to hope to catch a caution, get back up there on the lead lap. Guy Pritchard making the start here in the 151 Shelby Cobra Thunderbird. Tom Action Jackson.
Oh, that's definitely a Ford. That's a Thunderbird.
Yeah, Tom Jackson, the 87 Mr. Softy. Good to see Nick Walters in the Twizzler colors.
No, Guy races a lot in iRacing. And definitely, he's committed to run here too. And there's some computer issues, you know, going from the different sims. Starting to get that straightened out. So, Tom Jackson working on the 14 of Nick Walters.
Meanwhile, in front of them, you got 99 of Pops Markison.
Right, it's very interesting here.
The front five have broken away. Yeah, Dave Allen's out in front of Pops in the 115. Then in front of them a little ways is Shane Wisman. He's actually the leader of this second group here. Currently scored 6th. And they're 3.2 seconds back of the lead pack already. See if they can hook up and work together.
And you gotta stay tire happy here. Think about, you know, track position, making sure this smells green, looks green, probably is going to be green. I'm smart to set up in that pack there too, working it. Oh man.
So you got 5 cars in the lead pack and 6 in this second pack. Donald Ritchie and Brad Otto being the only ones that have fallen out of one of these two main packs. The second group is losing time every lap to the front 5.
That's how it goes at Indy here. Then again, those guys up in front just have that pace. And it just wears you down. And you see Wisman's gotten worn down here as he's falling back into the clutches to this group.
I mean, there's no way to avoid it, even though it's not a true drafting, super speedway style drafting track. The draft is important, these big long straightaways.
Just can't really draft and pass. You have to draft and keep up the pace. This always happened to me, I would be right around same position, top 5 at the start, like Wisman, and I would just fall back, and what are they doing, Indy was always a mystery I felt like I always ran good, but somehow I didn't. Car felt great.
Oh, wow. What a save there by Matt Watkins off turn 4.
Look, I seen him do that in the 8500. FSB Indy 500. I think sometimes he needs to just wake himself up. I don't know.
Let's see what happened here. I don't know if he had any help or if he just lost it on his own. Oh, he caught the rumble strips. That'll do it.
Well, I
Wow.
mean, that's he's wiggling around there. Trying
Very
to
lucky.
figure out, you know, what's going on here.
Very lucky, too, on Mark DeSenza's part to not run into him and not smack the wall on the exit. You see, he narrowly skates through there.
Huge development there. Gets right back past Golfer there. I wonder, in my experience with Watkins is when something like that happens to him, he really gets focused. Yeah.
Yeah, but that also, that was a boon for this second pack. Because look now, they're within drafting distance. They're within 1.4 seconds now. With the second pack, they're led by Shane Wisman.
Amazing, you know. It wasn't a wipeout. Well, don't forget White coming out of 4 or 2, excuse me.
You can see from on board Shane Wisman how much bigger those guys are getting in the windshield now that they can catch a draft.
You know, when you have these long runs, it's over almost into the wall.
That's going to create another checkup that's going to bring Shane Wisman even closer.
Matt Watkins P4, last lap 52.4, best lap 52.071. So almost a half a second slower. And he's working on Rick Castle here, side by side. I talked at the beginning of the race, that couldn't get done. It's getting done, but not yet. Castle trying on the outside.
Wow.
They meld together real close.
Slide job there by the 15.
You know, I beat Matt Watkins here for the Indy 500.
Oh yeah, you'll never let him forget it.
I wrecked him, you know, and could have hated me, could have got mad, could have said something. He did just exit after the race, so.
Been there, done that.
That kind of became the beginning of our friendship, you know. First thing I had to do was apologize, and there's a point when you want something so bad, and I wanted that win, and at the same time, Jim Ray, my teammate, was telling me, don't do it, man. Don't do it. And I did it, man. But I love that trophy.
Ooh, Jam and Jay smacked the wall there off turn 2. That was a hard shot for the 63 car.
The pace is still incredible. But they are almost a second off here, and now the car's getting tighter and looser. Lap 13. It's not like other tracks, man. Car dig and everything about the car is Matt Watkins all over the 59 car of Brian Johnson. Yes, I mean, he's driving like a man possessed now. he's so mild-mannered. Just, there's a fire in the belly with that dude, man. Not a big, loud guy. Does his talking on the track. When he does something, it's usually important.
Well, so
Defending down low, he doesn't. No, I don't think so, bro. A little bit of contact. Ryan Johnson's. This is like a home track, dude.
yeah, very much so. We're going to be looking at pit stops in probably the next 4 laps here, I'd say. You can go about 18 to 20 laps on fuel here at Indy.
We haven't even talked about Ryan Johnson, I mean, what are we thinking here? Because there he is, and now, whoa, and he gets on the apron a little bit and gets loose in front of Watkins there. Castle right up with these dudes, man. Following is hard, man. Rick is just really, man, when he dialed in, he's dialed in, man. Pit stops. This is Indianapolis, man.
Very narrow pit entry here.
Is a mojo.
Yeah, very narrow pit entry, and then you got to use that access road coming out. A lot of opportunities to make a mistake, even before or after you get to pit road.
I think half the time when I've raced this track, I spent more time practicing pitting than I did driving. Like, yeah, I know what the race is gonna be like. I gotta not crash pitting here. Watkins, the 59 at Castle. That's a fist right there. 3 guys, 2 up, 2 down, and now they're back into a train here.
Yeah, they ganged up on him on the outside there.
All he could ask for. Look, he's basically going to wrap this championship up here pretty quick, and if it hasn't already been done. But, dude is just racing hard. You gotta love racing against these guys.
Yeah, I think Matt Watkins just needs to settle in there and beat him on the pit stops because they're coming up soon. Don't want to force anything right now.
It's funny about being a teammate and knowing him for all these years and analyze him. He was, the enemy. One point, just reinvents himself all the time and is relentless. Not afraid of challenges, and that's his passion. It's his hobby,
Tom Jackson fell out of this second group here. Actually, most of that second group has fallen out. Now 5 seconds back of the second group. Pops Margison, Tom Jackson, Guy Pitra. As Shane Wisman and Dave Ellens work on Jammin' Jay here, who's just falling backwards with that heavy right side damage.
The pit stops. Here goes the 3 and the 59. Sneakily down pit road. Teammates.
Yep, Checkered Flag Motorsports first to hit pit road here.
Nailed it. I love it. That's perfect. Undercut these guys. They mean business tonight. Everybody else is going to fumble around here and try to figure out what they're going to do. Or not. Let's see. Castle and Watkins together.
Matt Watkins is clutching. He's going to try and take this to 20 laps. Interesting.
Beautiful as Castle pits down pit road. Well, obviously, that's where he's going to pit.
And he brings a gaggle of cars with him. But listen to the motor shut off on Matt Watkins' car. He's got an alternative strategy here, and I don't know if I agree with it.
I've never seen a guy that can do stuff on the fly when he has to pit crew for himself, and that means drive and handle all the stuff, and the strategy in your head. I mean, he's got a guy picture in there, and their team channel, they're talking about what they want to do.
Well, he was trying to cut it down to a 2-stop race, as opposed to a 3-stop that everybody else is going for.
Well, I think that's a good play.
Oh, he might have sped coming in, though. That's going to be real tight.
Well, he's definitely making it interesting, that's for sure. Wisman off pit road. Sideways! He's pushing that pit road exit. Like we talked about, pit road exit coming out here ain't easy, folks.
Good stop for Rick Castle. Comes out behind the checkered flag, guys.
Ellen's right with him, working it. Good run for the 115 team.
Jason Dulford on pit road. Behind Matt Watkins, 31 of Brad Otto. So Matt's going to come out. Substantial deficit here.
Nick Walters back a little bit, sorry. Gonna have to pick up buddies here.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to pick up Rick Castle. That's going to do a lot of good for Matt Watkins' strategy here. Because now he can ride behind Castle, save that couple extra laps he needs to.
At 21 already, you don't miss much.
Yeah, he's gonna be a lap or two shy of making it on 2 stops at this point, unless he saves some more, and that's what he's going to get to work on. Meanwhile, Indiana boy Ryan Johnson should inherit your lead. Say hello to some of our fan clubs out there in the chat. We got John Bates cheering on Action Jackson. Dave Dulfer, obviously part of the Jam and J fan club. And Troy Knoll cheering on his buddy Gooey Guy Petra. And good to see Ken Saska too.
T-Roy. Yeah.
Matt Watkins is now getting caught by his teammate there, Shane Wisman.
He can drive, I'm telling you. Run Sunday night roll. Great battle here. Wisman, Watkins, Ellens. Get in line here. At this point, that's what you want to do, and draft, have momentum. Pops comes out of their 12.
Some aggressive clutching there on Matt Watkins' part.
Meanwhile, back at the front, 59 in the lead here. Brothers Body and Paint. Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, their strategy is simple.
They got their strategy.
Yeah, their strategy is simple. They want to go hard and make 3 stops.
Well, you got to push. Brian Johnson, last lap 52.2. Best lap 52.065. 52.1 that line.
Rick Castle in third. He's got the lap car Pops Margus in the
I'll
draft
tell you
with.
what, this strategy definitely fits the 3 car. Marcus is, that's a stallion right there. Don't want to pull the reins on the stallion. You want to let him go. And now, obviously, certain scenarios don't dictate that, but right now, this is it, definitely in his wheelhouse. That's what they're going to do. Discipline, working.
Oh, Dave Ellens slideways and saves it. Kick save and a beauty for the 115.
Helps them too. So,
But no caution from that. He held on to it.
Strategy is no caution. Yeah.
And Indianapolis can be stingy with the cautions.
But they're still on the same lap, so it wouldn't kill them. Thus far.
But look at the distance they've put on Matt Watkins here with these differing strategies. And losing Dave Ellens from that draft is really going to hurt Matt. He's going to be even slower while saving that fuel. Already 9 seconds back. I'm not sure what the delta is. What he can afford to lose and still make this strategy work for the win.
Well, he's still going to stop again. And who knows?
Yeah, but if he has to make, what he's going for is he has to make one less stop than them.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm thinking if he's lost 9 seconds on this run already, by the end of it, he's going to be probably 15 seconds back. Maybe 12.
Usually that strategy against me back in the day worked, so I lose. But, not smelling that way this race thus far.
Good to see Travis Partington checking in. No Adam tonight to cheer for Travis, but thanks for joining us. Jim Ray, of course, says go 15. That's a pretty easy choice.
Sucks for Pops, and he moves over and lets the 124 Castle by. Fast car, but got shuffled back.
Yeah, I think he's officially down a lap right now.
Wispin and Watkins, they're bed is laid here.
Yep, Shane is Matt's teammate. It's on a different strategy though, but Matt's happy to take the tow from Shane. He has stopped losing time at quite the rate that he was. Now it's 2 sets of 2 cars.
Ellen's 6th, Walter 7th. Walter's hanging in there. Sulfur and Guy Pitra battling for top 10 here. It's really cool for Guy. Last couple races, I think he's really had somebody to battle with. Teams, jumping from sim to sim, and physics are pretty darn close, actually. Seems pretty fired up.
So we're getting close to the midpoint here. At which point, for the strategy the front two are running, I think they should, even though they went 18 laps on that first run, I would go pit at the midpoint and just do runs of 16 from there. That puts them on fresher tires longer.
Yeah, because the time you lose. So let's look at that.
Mm-hmm.
How much time are they losing here?
It's more about, not so much about the time they lose, but the time that they can gain on Matt while he's saving.
Yeah,
Which I guess time that they don't gain is time that they lose. So
Matt's running 52.9s already, almost a second off. That's cruise mode. Can we look at Johnson?
his same times.
Now.
Yeah. Mark ran a 52.755, but yeah, Matt Watkins 52.959 versus a 9.27 for Ryan. Yeah, they're about a tenth off that time.
Running the same speed here.
Yeah, so as the tires wore, his fuel saving strategy equalized in terms of lap times.
So what he's looking at here is just that one less pit stop, which that delta we don't know exactly. If we had the technology, we'd figure it out.
It's all about the amount of time that these two in the front are going to spend on pit road versus the time that he's not going to and what he loses. Ooh, Shane Wisman almost gets a piece of the wall there. 34 car just narrowly avoids smacking the wall off 4 and getting a little bump draft from his teammate. Or past the halfway mark. No sign yet of the checkered flag boys pitting.
Castle's
43 Donald
kinda
Ritchie.
like, meet in the middle there, the 124. Not getting draft help, falling back. What do? I sure as heck would need a caution. But then again, I'm, running podium here.
I think he just needs to hold serve and just stay out there as long as he can. Hang on to that track position, hope for a caution. Although as we say that, you can see Shane Wisman and Matt Watkins are now on the same straightaway as Rick.
They're closing.
Look out the roof cam of Shane Wisman.
Okay, he's doing the numbers in his head. I know this dude, man. He's smart. Figuring I can push a little more of this run.
He needs to get it to 42. Lap 42 if he wants to make these 22 lap runs.
Oh, and he kind of has a moment there a little bit. And, I don't know if he downshifted right there, or I don't know what the heck that was, but
Who's Shane or Matt?
Matt Watkins.
Matt's been clutching.
Oh, okay, so it definitely upset him a little bit there. That was a challenging, one of the one times I beat him was blushing, and he knew how bad I was at it, and couldn't believe it, There's no way he got more fuel than I did.
Oh, they're reeling in. They're reeling in Pops, their teammate there in the 99, as well as Rick Castle.
Yeah, so that's gonna. You're just trying to grab for tenths here, and then versus or via working your strategy. Meanwhile, you're getting a wreck,
Guy Pitra and Jason Dolfer racing for 8th there. Again, heavy damage on the right side of the 63. He needs a caution to get a chance to fix that. 115 of Dave Ellens and Nick Walters fighting for 6th and 7th. A lot of pairs around this track.
Gained on Ellens there. Over time, he was kind of, in no man's land for a while.
And here comes the front row. Or, I'm sorry, checkered flag Motorsports. Ryan Johnson, Jason Dilfer. Jeez, Mark DeSenza. I was just talking about Jason Dilfer.
So
Ryan Johnson, Mark DeSenza.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying that those guys are down pit road. Oh, that was close.
Road. Dave Owens down pit road and 14 car.
And Wisman and Watkins almost got into Pops as they passed him. That was almost a moment there.
They definitely posted they were pitting. Castle's pitting. Brian Johnson coming out. It's box, box, box.
So that should put Johnson and DeSenza. So at the pit at 38. That's like 19 laps a run. Man, they're going to need to come in for... Oh, see, they could come in for just a splash and Wright's probably to finish this off. I was assuming they're going to be all 4-tire stops, but that's why the checkered flag guys stayed out as long as they did. They were planning on taking just the right sides, if that, and fuel on the final stop. There's Matt Watkins. Matt Watkins should probably be coming in for his final stop. He's currently 40 seconds up on these two. He's all by himself, though. Shane Wisman had to pit ahead of him. Again, he's on that different strategy. Same strategy as these two leaders are on. And again, about 2 laps from Matt Watkins. That's when I think we're going to see him hit pit road. Waiting for scoring and timing to update. Show us where Shane Wisman falls to there.
Pit road cycle. What do we got here?
Ryan Johnson, Mark DeSenza have already clawed 2 seconds back. of what they gave up to Matt Watkins, who I'm anticipating not this time, but next time by after this. I think that's when we're going to see the 15 hit pit road.
He won, here he
No, here he comes.
Here he comes. Locks him up down pit road and
Ooh.
that's my dog right there.
And
Nails him. We'll see how that pans out.
so
That
he's
was
got,
real close.
yeah, coming into the pits, he was 35, let's call it 36 seconds up on these guys. And here come Ryan Johnson. Mark sends it down the front stretch, right on by.
Matt basically comes in by himself too, so
Yeah, that's going to hurt him.
that's gonna hurt him. Unless he comes out and hooks up with somebody.
By my calculations, the lead two, by staying out as long as they did while you were away there, by staying out as long as they did, they've ensured that they will only have to pit for right sides and maybe a can of fuel. So that'll mitigate some of the losses of the 3-stop versus 2-stop strategy.
Yeah, and sometimes that's not stuff you can foresee, you know, I mean, but now, you know, he won some races, so, I mean, you know.
All right, Matt's going to let his teammate.
How to do this on the fly, you know?
Yep. It's actually easier to do in the car than in the booth, for me at least. Because I'm there, I'm in it, I'm actively, driving the car, getting the feel for it, watching the fuel in real time, and with how I'm affecting it with the throttle and the clutching. Up here, I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing what they're seeing in their cars, based on what I saw in the chicken run.
I could do that. I could barely drive, you know. And Helen's taking a look at Watkins. Watkins got to be looking at, I got to make it to the end. How much do I got?
Yeah, he came in a lap earlier than I think he wanted to. I think he's got to really scrouge.
So he let Helen's by easily on purpose.
Yeah, I think he's got to really scrounge for at least an extra lap of fuel. More than he was initially planning to.
He's already clutching. Clutching, folks, is when you find a spot where you can leash the clutch, let the car roll, and that's saving you fuel.
Yeah, in this game, when you push the clutch all the way in, the motor cuts down to almost 0 RPMs.
It's very difficult.
It's effectively what they would do in modern NASCAR is they would flip the ignition switch. First time I remember seeing that done was Brad Keselowski. Michigan, I think, something like that. But now it's standard.
He raced the sim before he became a real race car driver. You know, he's one of the many guys in NASCAR that the veterans now. They're old. Martin Truex, Denny Hamlin.
Oh yeah, I remember Truex and Hamlin.
Carl Edwards. They all attribute stuff they learned from sim racing.
Yeah, I remember swapping setups with Truex and Hamlin before I even knew who they were. I think they were still late model drivers, up and coming, hanging around Dale Jr.'s forums.
Yeah, because you're pretty old.
Yeah. Not as old as you, but yeah, I've been around.
We're not as old as Pops, and he's
No.
still just battling, fighting, and the car is really competitive. He just got down on that first pit stop and got himself mixed up there, but he is solid, always been solid. he's been through so much, you know, physically, and he just lives for this league. You know? And he gets down, man. Picks him up, puts him down.
You can hear how long Matt's coasting that motor going into the corner.
Oh, that's such an art because it upsets the car so much, and you still want to make lap time. You know, decent lap times. Now, how much time do you got? Matt has years of experience, so, but you gotta work like the rest of us. You know, maybe, you know, young guys in other sims, you know, playing around and have all day to practice, but
Tom Jackson brings the 87 to pit road there, you see. And that'll put him a lap down as the leaders go on by.
Good run here for Donald Ritchie. No man's land, but solid, keeping the car clean and making laps. And now he's getting the Pops group there coming up on him and getting some draft here, and he's going to get the battle with Pops for 11 because the old man's coming. Got help. Great battle here. Picture intense here. This is a solid run from Guy. Next to him tonight, he was like, running FSP tonight? He's like, hell yeah.
There he is. It is indeed a Cobra Thunderbird.
Pitcher now into ninth here.
Yep, first car a lap down. So those cars in front of him are not for position.
Nope.
They are the third and fourth place cars.
But you know, they helping him and he's helping them. Westman and P3, this solid run for the 34 car.
Well, I'm going to step aside for a minute here. I think we got another 7 laps before you see the final stop from your leaders. And we'll see what Matt Watkins can do from almost 22 seconds back. If this 2-stop strategy is going to work, or if the deficit is just going to be too much, or if he can even make it to the finish. But we're in the home stretch, and I'll be right back.
The one thing I know is checker flag dudes are nose to tail, and they committed to their strategy and they're working it, and they ain't messing around. They're driving it like they stole it here. That focus to work as a team next to each other, pit stops together, execute, come out, you know, and you know, pit stops are Marcus is, you know, kind of like myself. Not his strong point, you know, he's a driver, but tonight he has executed. And you know, as an announcer, when you're always saying like, you know, that's not his strong suit or whatever, you know, probably sitting there going, you know, my butt, you know. Show you. They're working it. Let's screen the two battles. On the scanner, nothing yet. 12 laps to go. About that time. Looking at the leaders, we should focus on them. Where they're running lap times, you bit now, they're gonna probably push it a little bit, like Sean said. Especially when you're running 2/10 of a second off your fastest lap. They're crushing it.
All right.
Gotta make that stop though, but everything going to plan, like the Emperor said. Going my plan. Looking on the scanner anytime now.
Yeah, the front two can make it anytime from here. Question is, how long will they push it?
Here they go, down pit road.
There it is, with 10 to go. I guarantee.
Take here, Sean. What do you use?
Yeah, it's probably going to be one can and rights. Whatever that one can gets you, it's going to be enough to get you to the finish, regardless.
Right tires.
Yep.
Mark DeSenza, we talked about his pit woes. He nails it again. Come on, Mark. Johnson, do what he did.
There we go, right side up.
Stalls perfect.
Right side down. Left side's up. They're gonna take the four tires.
4 tires for the 3 and 4
Oh, a little
tires.
hesitation.
59.
Little hesitation, waiting for the 124. That's not going to cost them.
Here.
I guess they're confident enough that that what they gained over Matt Watkins is enough.
The scary, sketchy pit road exit nailed. What a great team effort by these two. I mean, you don't know how hard that is.
So there's Matt Watkins. Should cycle around to the lead this time, right? Or no, not to the lead. Shane
I don't
Wisman.
know if Watkins was expecting these two guys to just be on rails here.
I guess the strategy they adopted was, oh, now they're racing amongst themselves.
Here comes the 3. He's like, all right, so team orders off side by side. Mark's not messing around. He's not waiting for 2 to go. They're side by side again.
Yeah, this isn't the best idea because,
Johnson has to back off.
and they have to make up 10 seconds almost on Matt Watkins now.
Well, if you're going to do that as a team, you would make that way more less excruciating. So that had to be, all right, let's go. Mano a mano.
So right now, Matt
At least
Watkins.
that's the way it looked like,
So right now, Matt Watkins is pulling 54 second laps, 54.293 last time by.
Hell, watching the live feed, I'm going to watch your feed because you got the show on the...
Yep, OBS camera pushing it through to Skype for you. So okay, yeah, 10 seconds back.
Tick.
They are 2 seconds a lap faster. But they lost time fighting each other. That's precious time that they need to reel him back in. Oh, there we go. The timing is cycled all the way through. Yeah, they're 33 seconds back. So, yeah, they need Matt to run out.
Well, that's the dynamics.
Oh, Ryan Johnson dives to the inside, almost 3 wide there.
Dynamics
using
of how the brain works for that 50 guy. You know, I mean, driving skill and relate this stuff in your head.
Jason Dulfer hits pit road from 3rd.
Solid run. Damn it, Jay, rocking it.
Oh, they've knocked 10 seconds off this deficit.
Yeah, this ain't over yet. They moving. Hey, so what are they doing about how much are they cutting off your last lap? 53.
I'm seeing 55 second lap from Matt Watkins. So it's about 2 seconds a lap. Been consistently that for a few laps now.
Both groups have dealt with traffic, so.
But they're running out of laps. It's 5 to go.
And that works in Matt Watkins' favor. That's exactly what he was hoping for. You know, I'll deal with traffic, but if you're dealing with it too, you can't use that speed advantage, those 4 tires, to catch me. Even if it was 2 tires, they're pushing. I mean, Johnson up against the wall. We're real close. They're feeling like Matt Watkins sitting on a sack of seeds. No.
Pops Markinson's slow coming out of pit road. Now he's getting going again.
Guys are pros, you know. When you talk about pros, I mean, you talk about the whole community of sim racing. Speed is how fast can you go on the track by yourself? But when you talk about professional league drivers, green flag racing, yeah, it's a small field, but try it, you know. See what could happen. It's a pro race right now.
I don't see, at the pace we're seeing, I don't see these two catching Matt Watkins unless he runs completely out of fuel.
Well, tick, 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 tick. You know, I could get on this channel right now, but he's really pissed off.
Yeah, leave him
I'll
alone.
leave him alone. Let him focus, you know. I wouldn't do that anyway. When you talk to Matt as a teammate and as a big fan of his too, listen to him talk about racing. What's in his mind, That's what makes him great, Guys are all really good. I mean, our hobby,
All right, he's going to come by and take the white flag this next time by. And big clutch there. Big clutch. He's got to be nervous. Clutching that long with, coming to the white flag. I don't know if he's sure he's going to make it around. But he's 11 seconds up on the Ryan and Mark combination. They're on the same straightaway.
Bouncing it, but
he clutched the entirety of turn 1. Clutched a little in the short shoot.
That sucker was in neutral.
Yeah, that's how it shows when you got the clutch in remotely. Wow. 9 seconds.
Really stretching it, barely crawling at 169 on the straightaway. He's worried as heck. He's crawling to the start-finish line.
Can he make it? He's out. He's out of fuel.
He's out of fuel. But he's coasting across the yard.
And he made it. Out of fuel. And we'll see what the official scoring updates to there is.
How many cars you got on the track, but you gotta watch the magical
1.829.
One of the greatest sim races I've ever watched. And he's out.
Yeah, he needs to gobble up some pellets if he wants to make a victory lap here with that Pac-Man car.
He's done. Well, great strategies from the teams.
All right, here comes Shane Wisman. Shane's going to give him a push.
It's like, you son of a gun, man. We're going to push our boy. Here comes the 14 car to help, too. But, in this sim,
Yeah, it didn't work.
Because I can tell you a story about how we won the 24 hours Le Mans, and somehow the team they actually ended up getting them wins. Tried to push their teammate. Sorry, I got lost in the past there.
Well, we didn't know if he could make it, and he barely made it. Heck of a fuel-saving run there by Matt Watkins in the 15. You see the points coming in tonight.
Points are up.
That is the update. All right, let's make sure that refreshed on my source here. 49 points. That's clinched. That's it. Matt Watkins has clinched the championship with 2 races remaining.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Nice. That was man. We gotta wait. Gotta get Matt Watkins up here, Milty. But we got our third and second place finishers here: Ryan Johnson and Mark DeSenza. Now, you guys, I thought you guys were going to take 2 tires and less than a full load of fuel on the final stop to try and claw back as much time as possible. Was that a possibility, or were you just thinking 4 tires for the speed?
I thought 4 tires for the speed, and I really didn't think Matt was going to make it. I mean, it was in the back of my mind that he was. I mean, I think we've all won races like that, and it's a good thing. Congrats. But yeah, just wasn't really expecting him to make it by the math. So
Well,
Yeah, it was close.
You know, you guys are all really smart guys, and
oh yeah, I mean I've won him that
For
way. I
him,
mean, yeah, I know how to save
exactly,
fuel
and
too.
you're-
So yeah, that was just I really didn't see it coming, but it happened, and awesome job.
I don't even know if he saw it coming, but he just committed to the strategy from the start, and then the clutching he did.
Oh yeah.
That was a major factor.
Oh sure.
Still a great run for the checkered flag
What
boys.
A great run. You guys, dude, and you and Mark Senza were like symbiont. You guys were hauling ass and hitting, nailing it, and we see Mark, kind of like me, have some pit issues, but tonight you guys did everything you could and you still got whipped,
I wouldn't say whip, but so that was they rolled different strategies, and man, if it was just one lap, it was less than one lap from coming out the other way.
It's a cool word, man. I've gotten whipped before.
Well, great stuff, Ryan. Mark, you got a little racy there with your teammate there. You think that was for the win, or you were worried about giving up the any time there?
I thought it was for the win. I didn't think he'd make. I figured he'd run out coming out of 2 and changing 4 there. I don't know if we would have been that close with just 2 tires. We wouldn't have been running as fast as laps. So, but congrats on him making the fuel saver there. I didn't think he was going to do it either. I thought he'd be a little short, but
He was
good
running
job,
out
man.
of gas on the back straight. He was at like 160 miles an hour.
Yeah, you rolled across the line completely out. That's why you guys went from 9 seconds on the white flag to
we were
Yeah.
watching,
1.8.
Yeah, we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
But
was just,
you-
awesome job.
Eh,
That's all I can say.
I really ran the best race I could run here, and still finished second. So
That goes like that sometimes.
That's all you could do. Good pit stops. Everything went good. Ryan, he ran good too.
Yeah,
We had
good
a great
races,
run.
man.
So
You guys were symbiont, man. That was beautiful work. I mean, there was not a flaw in what you guys did. I mean, that was,
Yeah, we were definitely obviously teammates communicating. I think we did a
Absolutely.
really good job just doing all we could there. It was the pit stops were flawless, every one of them. So what do you do?
Well, now I have to ask Matt, your race winner here. At what point did you decide to make it a two-stop strategy? Was it before or after you almost lost it?
Yeah, nice
that was
save, by the
close,
way.
man. Yeah, thank you. I knew it was starting to come around, but I knew if I hit the brake, Mark's toast. So I tried to spin it down and then slow down. So luckily I didn't collect Mark or Ryan there.
no, that was awesome. I mean,
I just-
were you saving that?
what is
Yeah.
it? What is it about you, Matt, that at least one race, one time in the race, you have to scare the heck out of yourself? It's
Well, if you
like-
go below that inverter, there's a lot of grip down there, but it's fairly predictable. Sometimes it's too much grip.
Yeah, you're right.
Like do
Yeah.
that in every race. It's like one time
Yeah.
you're like, I can't believe he saved it, and then you go on to win the race. It's like, does that like motivate you or?
I probably shouldn't get loose in the first place, but I don't know.
You know,
I have my moments every so often.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
surprised me. I'll have to say. Cause just all of a sudden it just got loose.
Yeah, the fuel. So 3 laps to the. I had to pit on the first stop. I looked at it. I was like, well, I might be able to make it. If I try to stay out, it's basically 2 against 1. They were working really well together, pitting
Yeah,
well together.
absolutely,
So
yeah.
that would have been a real challenge to beat them like that. So I was like, maybe I'll just try the fuel strategy and at least make it exciting if I can't make it.
Well, I seen you sideways. You were right there. The next thing you know, you're 8, 9. I'm like, I said, I think coming out of 2 is gonna run out or going, and then, but it was awesome.
It would have been really hard to pass both of them working so well together. So I'm like, you know what? Fuel might work out.
I don't know. You're pretty good here.
Well, that's a great way to cap it off, to put the official clinch on, as you're now 49 points up. That's 2 races worth of points over Jason Dulfer. Makes you the season 45 Winston Cup champion in what is allegedly your last season.
Well, you
Oh,
know,
whatever.
just a great
Piggyback.
show of driving and strategy, and I mean, you know, as a fan,
Got to be there at the end.
just
Yes,
wow, man, that was so cool.
So great stuff. Next week, you got No Pressure at Talladega, which is always nice. And then the week after that, on St. Patrick's Day, next week's St. Patrick's Day. And then the week after that, we finish it at Homestead. So some fast tracks coming up to close this one up. But thanks everybody, your podium finishers joining us here in the booth again. Ryan Johnson, Mark DeSenza, and your race winner Matt Watkins joining us for the post race show. Thanks everybody tuning in out there on YouTube, liking, subscribing, commenting. It's what YouTube calls engagement. What gets us noticed.
Thanks for watching, folks.
Yeah, man, and gets the word out that we're here for the 20th anniversary NASCAR 2003, 20th anniversary of FSB. Keeping it going, keeping it alive. And of course, we thank my partner Milt Minter Jr. joining me from Fresno, California in Sound and Vision. Our series admin, as well as a podium finisher tonight, Ryan Johnson, running the show, updating the points. Of course, Sam Young, league owner, promoter, keeping it all running behind the scenes. And so, yeah, it's almost a wrap on season 45. Until next week at Talladega, I've been your host, Sean Reap, saying good night for FSB Racing Live.